The way we love to do. What's up, y'all? We
Absolutely.
live out here. What's
What's
happening?
going
WTF in the
on?
building.
How y'all feeling today, y'all? It's another Wednesday here in Georgia. Here all across the world. We are here for another episode of our live stream where we're going to be talking about the children and why we should be celebrating the next generation and why they need our positive reinforcements and positive affirmations of all sorts and types. Celebrations don't just come in one form or another. Celebration is another name for recognition, and recognition is another name for celebration. I was in business school at Georgia State. One of the things that always stuck with me, and not many things stuck with me in school, but this thing was actually pretty interesting. This statistic was interesting, and it said that most employees or people who you're managing, and this ties into children, but most employees who you're managing, they find the most satisfaction and the best reward is not in their compensation, is not in the raises. Of course we all want more money, right? But that impact that the increase in raise has on a person's morale and confidence is short lived. So what
Mhm.
they said is more important is recognition, and just a simple thank you in front of their peers will boost anybody's self-esteem and confidence, and that goes with your children also. Like us as parents, typically the old school parents, they tend to have that that harsh, tough love,
Mhm.
and because that's typically how they were raised, so they can continue that cycle. But if you try to praise your child in front of those who they really respect other than yourself, then that will go a long way in gaining that trust and boosting the morale between yourself and your child. So I just wanted to go ahead and make that connection between managing a business and managing your household and managing your kids is the same thing.
It seriously is, bro. And if you ever had a manager or someone that was a jerk, they're jerks to their kids. Like you don't flip that switch on and off. Either you a jerk or you ain't. And a lot of them will think, oh, that's just work. No, that's just that individual. And but again, we're not here to beat anybody up, but that was spot on, bro. Like one of the things that I've always done when I did have positions. What's up, D Mac? I see you out there. Um, is building morale. Like people don't understand what building morale do. Happy people do a better job.
Yeah.
Happy children do better at school. Happy children do chores better. And if you wondering why you lacking, because you being a jerk. And I can say that I'm speaking for myself. I was a jerk as a dad, especially in the early years. So some of you all might have seen the post out there with my baby girl graduating, and oh man, you don't understand. And that's what triggered this whole conversation is, I was sitting there thinking like, man, of all the 5 kids, and she's the only girl, all boys, I was tougher on her than anybody. Like she got the worst of me. I mean, she really got the worst of me. So full transparency for those that don't know, for the first 10 years, I was away from her. And I'm not gonna say away, I was away, but she would come and visit me. I'm gonna leave that right there. You can put 2 and 2 together if you want to. But she came to visit me the first 10 years of her life, man. And during my worst. And then when I was home, it got even worse because I didn't realize how institutionalized I was.
Mm.
She's gorgeous. She started to form at the age of 10. I mean, period, everything. I'm putting all our business out there. I don't care. You know how her dad is. And her mom pretty much said, it's your turn.
Mm.
And she got dropped in my lap, and I was fresh. I mean, man, y'all don't understand what I was going through at the time. And then, but I'm loving my daughter being there. She always took care of her dad. She still does. I can't do nothing without her. Dad, you okay? You all right? You like, let me alone, Becky.
Hey man, let me ask you a quick question, bro. So by you having one girl and like the rest boys, how did you celebrate the girl differently than the guys, or did you kind of do the same type of celebration with all your kids and that's where you kind of messed up, or how did you kind of?
No, what it was when she was young, I was broke as a joke.
Okay.
I ain't have eye water to cry with. I'm talking about, boy, your boy was on Skid Row. And she went through that with me. And we had a lot of arguments and fights along the way. And no fault of hers or mine, life just started happening, man. And now the way, like, it's hard to explain because right now my daughter is the muscle of all her brothers. She the muscle, and I mean she get on all of them and will literally put hands on them. She's shortest, the little boy.
She looked just like you, man. She looked just
that's
like
my
you.
babe, man. And she don't play, man. And when we went up to her graduation on Monday, it was like, because again, I know she hates me talking about a lot with the past because things are going so well. I'm gonna bring it back to the good. But we went through a lot. Even with her in school, she dropped out just like I did. She struggled to get her GED because she wasn't great at math. Yeah, right, twinning. And but here's what happened. And I got to give myself some credit as a dad.
For sure.
But she gets all of the credit in real life because she made the decision. And she told me, she said, Dad, you mentoring all these people. I want you to mentor me. And I was like, I'm almost in tears. Like, really? Like, it was
honor,
unbelievable.
Man.
And we started meeting every week. She had assignments, different things. And at this time, she didn't have her GED. She wasn't in college. She was trying to find herself. And I want to say some of what I said aided in that. But again, I don't want to take her credit because she put in the work. She did the affirmations. She did the imagination. She did all the things that we do in this mentorship. And now, remember, she didn't have a GED at the time. Now she has her GED. Now she's graduated from Paul Mitchell to be an esthetician. I think I said that right. Yeah. She has her own business, legal business.
Let's go.
Where she's doing what she just graduated from school doing. She ain't suffering. Like, she's happier than she's ever been. She's healthier than she's ever been. Like, it's amazing, man, to see her transformation. And even though she's technically not a kid because she's 29, she old, but she almost caught up with me. I'm 38 again, but she catching her dad. But
that gap keep getting shorter and shorter.
Yeah. But I reflect on it and I think about it, and I love the fact that I had another opportunity with her.
Yeah.
To really pour into her like I wanted to back then. But again, life was happening. So I had a 1 pound, 5 ounce baby boy in the hospital. I mean, from June, and he was born in November. So 5 months of me being home with her. Now this happens.
Yeah.
Now this takes all my attention from her. But she was getting it, and she was so happy because she grew up seeing her dad in a different light. And now I got to focus on this, and I neglected her, man. Like, I didn't spend the time with her that I should have, that I wish I could have. And I got a second opportunity to do it. And now we've never been so closer and so happy. Like, Man, is so and I'm saying all this to let you parents know, even if you have adult children, don't just say, oh, well, I throw my hands up. I can't do nothing with you. You are in a good place. Us parents, we doing all right out here, you are. And your children, they're being rebellious. That like, man, I can keep on going about these children and how they're metamorphosizing into things that are just unbelievable. Xavier's in the National Honor Society, about to go to the Air Force. Josh winning races in track and field. Big Don about to go to a college next week to try out to be on the basketball team. Junior back up here from Texas, reestablishing himself and getting himself together. The oldest Rah is in South Carolina doing his thing. He's he's got a lot of different things going on, and everybody seems to be getting their things together. And as a dad, you just feel like, man, I made so many mistakes, and I did. I made a ton of them, and now they listen to some of what I said. Not as much as I wish, but they listen to some of what I said, and now I want to give them their praises while they're alive, while they're doing good. Even if your children are not doing as great as you would like for them to do, maybe they into some bull crap. Whatever it is, don't ever close the door on your child unless you want to. This is my advice: is always keep that door open and always pour into them. Even if they're distant, send them a text, let them know you love them. A lot of different things, because we grow up being rebellious. We're all rebellious. Leaders are rebellious. I'm glad you put that in there, Chrissy. It's like leaders have to, if you're not rebellious, you're not a leader. You're a follower. Followers follow along with what's going on. Leaders buck the system, even if that means your parenting system that they buck. But that still doesn't make them bad. It just means that they want to do it their way. They want to do it a different way than what you say, but always stay in their corner. Be that parent. If you don't have children, be a parent to any child in your circle. You got nieces, nephews, greats, all these different. I got great nieces, man, that love, boy, you can't, like my daughter jealous of these girls. Well, she's jealous of everybody that be around her daddy, but that's a whole nother story.
Hey man, so what you were saying was really, really dope, man. And to the audience, like all those names that he was calling out at first, those are all the mentees from our first group. So, they're all, doing great and amazing things and taking chances and investing in themselves, which is what we ultimately are teaching all of our mentees to do within this mentorship, is to bet on you. It's okay to gamble as long as it's on yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that I really do admire my dad for, as far as allowing me to make those mistakes and try different things as a child, and giving me that bandwidth to be able to step outside the box and challenge the way the status quo was being done. For an example, my first step into entrepreneurship, man, was, well, I was a minor then, and it was many years ago. But in high school, back in the early 2000s, and probably prior to that, kids used to carry around book bags and duffel bags full of like snacks and like sell it during like class breaks and everything. And I was like, okay, he making a bunch of money selling drinks and candy for 75 cents, and I know that I can have a side hustle too. So I long story short, I ended up bootlegging DVDs. I would get them from Blockbuster, copy them on my DVD player, and burn them and sell them during classroom breaks for $7 per DVD. This was before Netflix was popping, before any streaming service. So I was,
man, you old.
Yeah, I was bunking. But my dad helped to finance and furnish that first venture for me, because I didn't have like the capital for it. I wasn't working. But I'm just saying that that's one way that my dad helped to celebrate me and my thought process and my independence and me wanting to be an entrepreneur, by helping to finance my business venture, even though it may not have been the most, legal thing at that time. But he still thought, hey, better than me, selling drugs and stuff. So,
Yes.
parents, that's one way to help celebrate your child by, giving them that freedom and encouragement and that free reign to be themselves and experiment with things that interest them.
Man, hey, bro, like I was that same guy, but I didn't sell CDs and DVDs because when I was in high school, it was still cassette tapes. But
8-track.
CDs was just coming out and they
Yeah.
wasn't good. And I had me an Alpine pull out with a cassette tape.
Oh, yeah. I already know. Yeah. I
Y'all don't know
what you
about
mean.
Ken Woods and
Pop the face off so when nobody steal your radio. I know what you're talking about.
Boy, they came out with the detachable face. You couldn't tell us nothing. I don't need no pull out. But anyway, bro, I was that poor kid who always was a hustler because I wanted more. So I would sell the gum, and as Antonio say, all the candy at the school. I would sell the Bubblicious in the pack 50 cents. Man, I'm at the grocery store still in boxes. D Mac know what I'm talking about. We still in boxes of Bubblicious, taking it to school, getting 50 cents, tired of this free lunch. I want a slushie, a milkshake. Like, you don't get that in the hood. I wish you would ask your mom for $2-3 for a milkshake. You getting slapped. Boy, you know how hard money is. So we would hustle, and we didn't have a lot of guidance. I know I didn't. I rebelled against my mom so much because she just believed in hard work and that's it. And I'm like, the hell with that. Yeah. Even though I still took on her work ethic. And see, that's the thing with a lot of us parents. We think that the trip, man, I ain't teaching nothing. I ain't learning. They picked up more than what you think. They picked up more of your habits than what you think. A lot of their ways are similar to yours. Yeah. And I'm hoping that you taught and showed them the good ways, because in my day, you couldn't be in the room with the grown-ups. Yeah. Man, it's grown, but get y'all, we don't want no kids. If they smoking, drinking, we couldn't hang around them. Mm-hmm. I used to be mad I was the oldest. I want to stay up with the boy, take your butt to bed. Trying to be managed and be up with the grown folks, hoping I could sip a beer. But again, we were just different back then. And I look back, look, D Mac know what I'm talking about, right at Price Chopper up the street. It gets worse. I can tell you about the bakery. Ask D Mac about the bakery. Man, they throw away them 2-day-old cakes in the dumpster. Who? Me in that mud with a Santa Claus bag, walking through the projects, everybody teeth hurt.
that was the real childhood, man.
You all. Yeah. And this generation right here, they still got it in them. Are they different? Absolutely. We designed them to be different. But back to what the whole topic of the day is appreciate them. Right now, if you haven't talked to your child, send them a text message, send them a DM. Give them a call. Say, hey, let's go to dinner. Let's go to lunch. B Mac was right there. Hey, that was my dog back in the day, man. Still my dog. But man, you gotta really look at things and say, sometimes you just gotta pay homage. Sometimes you just gotta give them. And for you employers out there, if you want to have a team, forget the skills. Everybody got skills. Build morale. Make them excited about coming to work. Make them excited about coming home from school. Make them excited about doing family things. And watch how everything around you will change. Those young people will take that, and now their energy is shifting. Now they're seeing you from a different light. Before, you was a jerk that, don't you do this, don't you do that. And we tell our children like 90% of what not to do and less than 10% of what to do. And no matter what, even if you felt like you were a bad parent, it's never too late as long as you got breath in your lungs and your children do. And rest in peace to those that don't. But because, man, like my mom, bro, like a lot of time, it took me a long time to get over this, because as a kid, I put her through so much hell that I feel like I ain't did enough Like, I need her to see her son winning more and more and more. And she saw me hit levels and was as proud as could be. But I'm like, man, I ain't did nothing compared to what I'm about to do. And she's no longer here. So for those that do have parents, even the parents, reach out to your parents and just give them gratitude. You all pay them homage and celebrate them, because here's what's going to happen. When you do it, you feel better. Even though you doing it to hopefully make them feel better, you're going to feel better regardless. Even if they tell you, man, get out of my face, I can't stand you, you will know in your heart, I said my piece. I reached out, I was grateful. I wasn't judging. I wasn't, saying you should have did this shit. No, I love you for being part of my legacy. I love you for being still here and going through what you're going through. And your dad, your mom is here for you no matter what. When you fall on your behind, come on, we got you. And it's going to come with some strings and some rules. And ain't nobody just rolling out no red carpet and you out there clowning. But we still going to help you. And even if you as a parent don't have it in you and you have such a broken relationship with your child, suggest the WTF, you all. We will step in. We can help bridge that gap between you two. We'll have calls with you and your teenager or your adult and really bring you all together on, like therapy, because all of us need therapy. And that's what we perform here at the WTF, because the goal is for everybody to be successful. And that is not about money. See, people get that when they think success, they think money. No, I was asked today in a meeting, they said, if you had one unlimited resource that you can have for the rest of your life, what would it be? And when somebody said Oreos.
Oh my goodness.
Right. Somebody else said dogs. And I'm thinking, someone else said naps. And I'm like, you can be dead real quick.
Yeah, unlimited nap.
Unlimited reason. You can go sleep and rest in it. But and it made me think, like, what would I have if I could have an unlimited resource of anything? And like I said, some people said money, but it's people right now that have an unlimited resource of money that are miserable. Yeah. So what I told them is that I want to be healthy enough. I want to have unlimited health where I can live to be 200-300 years old to make sure I achieve my goals.
That's legit, bro. And
and then my second one would be a little more hair at the top, unlimited amount, so I can get my curls back and all that. But
hey, man, listen, I would be with you generally with that second point you made, man. But I spoke to a person recently, man, and he said he pays $60 for a haircut now. I'm like, I'm kind of glad I shaved my own head at the house. Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm complaining about 20.
Oh nah, man, I was 2006 prices.
Right, that's the last time I had her.
Yeah. Hey, y'all see, hey, this is what y'all get. Hey, two guys who love what they do and who love just to give back and have fun. And this is one way, parents, like Big E was saying earlier, this is one way for you to create an environment that is open and free for your child to come and communicate with you with, by having fun, by speaking freely, by just, letting your guard down just a little bit, not necessarily being their friend, but not always being the authoritarian, kind of play that middle ground to where they would want to open up to you. Yeah. So, if you do need help getting to that point, like he said, hit us up at WTFMA.com, hit that contact button, send us a message, let us know like a quick sentence or two what you're dealing with. We'll go ahead and set up a discovery call with you. And then we'll go ahead and, set you up for the curriculum and the weekly calls thereafter. But you have to take that first step. You have to make the initial, take that initial action to be able to get the results. Like the word says, faith without works is dead.
Yeah. And guess what? What you just said, we on the same wavelength, because here's what I know is going on with some of you parents out there. Y'all done had a big argument with these kids, and you sitting back like, They ain't called me. I ain't gonna call them. Man, stop playing. You too old for that. Get over yourself. Let it go. And call your child. Call your son. Call your daughter. If they don't want to answer a call, send them a text message. Go to Facebook. You know what all they pages. Don't act like you don't. IG, whatever. DM them and just tell them I love you. Say you sorry. Even if they was wrong, just say, hey, I apologize that things are how they are, and I wish that they would be better. And watch what happens, because they're sitting back with hurt feelings, stubborn, pride, ego, edging God out. All these different things are going on between you and your children for those that are not talking to them. And I'm saying, throw that to the side, you all. Life is too short.
Mhm.
I wish to God I could talk to my mama today.
Yeah.
And some of you all haven't talked to your mom and your dad for years, months. And for those that are hearing my voice and hearing Dimitri, it's not too late. Have that conversation. Even if you get cussed out, even if you get the what you don't want, just take the initiative, because guess what? Blessings are going to come to you regardless of the outcome of the conversation, because you put that energy in the atmosphere. You put that forgiveness in the atmosphere. You put that gratitude in the atmosphere, and we know it always comes back. But if you putting out bull crap and pride, and then you wonder why your child is doing the same thing, I'm saying let's celebrate them. Let's bring our family structures back. Because I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna go a little over on this one, Dimitri, but I'm gonna be honest, I was that one was like, man, F family. My cousin got this tattooed on her, and I used to believe this. It said, family will fuck you first. She had that tattooed on it. We've all heard how family will get you first, and they will. Listen, I done been got by family. I done been took down through there. But what I'm telling everyone is that we're at a point with what's going on in the world, with where we are in this whole galaxy, that now is the time to bring the family units back together. At least make the attempt and try. Just put forth the effort. You're the bigger person, or just act like you're the bigger person and say, I'm gonna step out on faith. I'm gonna say, God, listen, I want a relationship with my child. How would you feel if you got that call and y'all ain't talked for 2 years? Think about that. Are you willing to live the rest of your life knowing that all it was pride and ego that kept you? And I'm actually using the old phone, boy. I need to be doing like this, but just imagine you getting that call, and I don't want you to do just quick and then let it go. Don't even think about it more. Think about making the call. Think about making the call to your loved ones and bringing your family unit together. Yes, we're successful. Yes, we've overcome a lot of things that they're about to go through, or that they're currently going through, and having the support of a parent, just the ear of a parent. My mom used to cuss me out all the time. I wish to God she could cuss me out today. Like, I would love for her to I'm talking about bees, garden tools, man, that woman, my wife, hey, boy, don't rub her as sweet as, she always sweet to my wife, but boy, look at her. She'll cuss me out for my wife. If my wife make her mad, she'll cuss me out. And guess what? I would love to get one of them good cussings from my mama. But she ain't here. I got the call, and she's gone. And I can't have that conversation with her. I can spiritually, of course. We believe in that. But just being able to play cards, gamble and cuss each other out, and I can never get that back. And I wish I could, but I can't. And I'm saying, for you all out there that have living parents, that have children that need to hear from you, give them a call. Just do it. Do it. I promise you, it may even feel awkward. It may feel strange, but never forget that's your love. That's your look. D said she ain't play around. We better have made that tea. Boy, look, don't let her tea not be made, and she came home. Everybody getting it. Oh man, look. But again, I started this off with the church. I know we're going over. I'm gonna let you wrap up, Dimitri, but I want to say this one more last time to my children that are watching this, watching the replay, to anybody's children. I love you. I love who you are as a person. I love what you're going through, and I'm here for you. I'm always here to have a conversation and give you some advice. I might not give you no money. It just depends on where you're at, but we at least got some wisdom and some advice for you.
You may not give them no money, but the WTF is gonna definitely have some incentives in our curriculum. So hey,
absolutely,
you know, so
hit that link. We definitely got some incentives. You do the work, you might have you a couple coins coming. You will have you a couple coins coming your way. But hey, we believe in putting in that work, put forth that effort, taking massive action to get your life together. And it's an easy thing to do is making a quick phone call to the ones that you know are living and just tell them, I love you, man. I don't care if you cuss me out, you hate my guts, I love you. And you're going to change their lives. I promise you that. Take us up out of here, Dimitri, because my eyes are on the water, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, bro, this was a doggone heartfelt live, man. Like I say, hey, y'all, we never script these things. We literally were going off of celebrate your children.
That's it. That's the only conversation we had was that one line. We talking about celebrating your children. Okay, we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, and
that's
look,
how God works.
I was just about to say, look how God moves to the conversation and speaks to us, speaks through us, and allows our words to hit the people and affect the ones who need to hear it most. So thank you all for joining here on the live stream and on the replay. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you are here with us for these 30 minutes listening to us, give y'all our life experiences, and we thank y'all for that, and we love y'all from the bottom of our souls. All right, so until next Wednesday, always remember, WTF not only means what's the formula, but it also means our mantra. What we stand for is WTF, and that is winning takes focus. So that said, until next Wednesday, everybody stay focused and keep winning.
Win, y'all. Peace.